This is the craziest escape in criminal history, without a doubt. He dug a 150-kilometer underground luxury tunnel under the watchful eyes of 300 guards. There is ventilation, lighting, and a dedicated motorcycle. The whole process only took 24 minutes and disappeared out of thin air. In 1999, an apartment building on the coast of Mexico. At 6:40 in the morning, a flash bomb suddenly exploded, and the sound of an automatic rifle shattered the tranquility. The man in the room was still sleeping when he suddenly woke up with a bewildered expression and instinctively raised his hands. He is Joaquin Guzman, the world's most wanted drug lord. This is the second time in his life that he has been caught. The Sinaloa Group he leads is the most profitable drug trafficking organization in the world, smuggling over 500 tons of cocaine to the United States every year, involving a total amount of over $1 billion US. You may not have an idea, the annual profit of this group is higher than the GDP of many small African countries. This time, the Mexican government is really in a hurry. They specifically spent tens of millions of dollars to build a super prison that claims to be the safest in Mexican history. Then, in front of the world's media, he patted his chest and said Guzman will definitely not run this time. Upon hearing these words, Guzman's face revealed a meaningful smile. Everyone is discussing whether he will escape, but only he knows it's never a question of whether he will. It's just a question of when. In July 2014, Guzman was officially imprisoned in Highland Federal Prison. This prison is built on a barren hill 90 kilometers west of Mexico City, specifically for holding the most dangerous heavy criminals. The security level has been pushed to an outrageous level. Each cell is monitored 24 hours a day without dead corners. Guards patrol every 30 minutes at designated locations. And all entrances and exits have metal detectors and body search stations. 300 armed guards are on standby 24 hours a day. A double-layered concrete fence covered with wire mesh and motion sensors. All contact between prisoners is strictly prohibited, and even ventilation is carried out alone. Guzman is being held in cell 20 of the highest security zone. The cell is only 2 meters wide and 3 meters long, with only one cement bed and a partitioned shower room inside. This shower partition is the only blind spot for surveillance in the entire prison. In the following months, Guzman behaved exceptionally well, eating, sleeping, and exercising on time every day. It seems like I have completely accepted my fate. But no one knows. He sits on the concrete bed every day, silently observing every detail of the prison. He has endless money in his hands, loyal subordinates, and connections throughout the entire Mexican government. Prison break, for him, is just an engineering problem. In August 2014, a mysterious man appeared outside the prison. He carries a camera and GPS device around the prison every day, constantly taking photos and measuring. His name is Miguel, and he is a top tunnel engineer hired by the Sinaloa Group at a high cost. His task is only one: to find the loopholes in the prison and rescue Guzman. Miguel studied for a full 3 weeks, and all the frontal breakout plans were overturned. The prison walls were made of 1 meter thick reinforced concrete and cannot be penetrated at all. The gate is guarded by heavy machine guns, and climbing over the wall will result in direct shooting. Helicopter rescue. Before approaching, it will be hit by anti-aircraft missiles. Just when everyone was feeling helpless, Miguel suddenly had a flash of inspiration. If the ground couldn't get through, then go underground. Digging a tunnel is the only way to rescue Guzman. This tunnel needs to penetrate 3 layers of walls and 2 security lines with a straight distance of 1.5 kilometers. To outsiders, this is an impossible task. But for the Sinaloa Group, any problem that can be solved with money is not a problem. More importantly, they had already bribed the inside of the prison. The insider can provide accurate GPS coordinates of Guzman's cell at any time. The shocking jailbreak plan has officially launched. A month later, the team found an abandoned building exactly 1.5 kilometers away from the prison. The homeowner casually offered $5,000, thinking they could bargain, but unexpectedly, the buyer sold $100,000 in cash on the spot. The only condition is never come here again and never mention this matter to anyone. This location is simply perfect. The surrounding area is deserted, and the construction noise of unfinished buildings will not raise any doubts. And digging a straight line from here will just lead to directly below Guzman's shower partition. In October 2014, the construction team officially assembled. This team is composed of experienced miners, construction workers, and engineers. Everyone has received a high salary that they will never earn in their lifetime, while also being clearly informed that the consequence of leaking information is death. Foreman Hector gave everyone a dead order within 9 months. This tunnel must be cleared. 3 shifts, 24 hours a day. No one is allowed to take leave. Someone questioned on the spot that it was simply impossible. Hector only said one sentence: "The dwarf," Guzman's nickname, was waiting for us inside. And when he heard the name, everyone shut their mouths. That night, the project officially started, and the first step was to dig a 10-meter deep vertical shaft. In the early stages, manual excavation was relied upon, and the soil was transported up barrels by barrels using ropes. But the local soil is very loose, with frequent collapse of tunnel walls and continuous infiltration of groundwater. For a whole week, only 3 meters were dug. Hector immediately adjusted the plan, reinforcing the walls with concrete while digging, and building the vertical shaft into a sturdy cylindrical structure. A month later, the 10-meter deep vertical shaft was finally completed. The wellhead is covered with concealed wooden boards, covered with a soil that cannot be seen from the outside. In November, the most difficult horizontal excavation began. The team used military-grade GPS equipment to lock in the direction of excavation at 273 degrees. The error must be controlled within 50 centimeters. If we deviate a little bit, the tunnel will dig into another prison cell, exposing the entire plan directly. The difficulty of excavation far exceeds everyone's imagination. The tunnel is only 1.7 meters high, and workers can only crawl forward by kneeling or lying down, gradually chiseling through rocks and clay. Even if there are 3 shifts without stopping, they can only advance a maximum of 3 to 5 meters per day. When encountering hard rock layers, the progress is halved directly, and every meter of excavation, wooden beams must be installed immediately to prevent collapse. In December, when the tunnel reached 200 meters, a new crevice emerged. The air in the depths of the tunnel was thin, and several workers fainted due to lack of oxygen, one after another. The team urgently installed a ventilation system, connected the ground with PVC pipes, and equipped it with industrial fans for forced air supply, allowing the construction to continue. 2 months later, the tunnel advanced to 750 meters. But a new problem has arisen. Over 800 tons of excavated soil have already filled the entire abandoned building. If not cleared, it will soon attract the attention of the police. So they began to operate late at night using trucks to transport the soil in batches and scatter it for dumping at various construction sites and garbage dumps in the city. For a whole month, no one noticed any abnormalities. In May 2015, the main excavation project was finally completed. The team began the final upgrade and renovation of the tunnel, installing 6 industrial fans, installing ventilation ducts every 100 meters to ensure air circulation, laying LED light strips along the entire line with one every 10 meters. The entire tunnel was brightly lit, and the most exaggerated thing was that they also laid a metal track and specially modified a mini motorcycle. This motorcycle has no headlights, no horns, only an engine and 4 wheels, just enough to run on the track. The test results show that at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour, it only takes 7 minutes to complete a 1.5-kilometer tunnel race. At this time, Guzman in prison had been waiting for a full 9 months. He keeps track of the progress of the project at all times through the bribed guards. Still maintaining a regular daily routine, I deceived all the surveillance cameras and guards. He knew very well that the small piece of ground separating the shower room was his only exit to freedom. One day in June, the guard handed him a plate with a tiny piece of paper hidden inside. There is only one line above: July 11th, 9 p.m., ready. Guzman remained calm and swallowed the note. For the next 30 days, he continued to eat and sleep peacefully. No one knows that a world-shaking prison escape is about to take place. The tunnel has been dug and the time has been locked. In the next episode, we will fully recreate the 24-minute perfect jailbreak process. If you think this plan is crazy enough, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see how Guzman disappeared out of thin air in front of everyone, be sure to subscribe to my channel. The next episode will be full of energy and will definitely not disappoint you.